Hello, YouTube family. I realised that the world was a very different place in March when I did my post, and my post then was very upbeat, particularly because I was celebrating my month of March being my birthday, Mother's Day, and the world has been taken by storm with the current events. I don't even say the name of what it is that's afflicting people, not because I'm afraid, but I just feel that, I don't want to make it any bigger than it already is. So I want to focus on what I want and not what I don't want. Now, one of the things I really want to encourage you with this month, in this month's video, is forward thinking and forward planning. Now, I realise that a lot of people are not making plans for the future because things appear to be so uncertain. But I really believe that it's probably one of the most helpful things you can do for your well-being, sense of well-being, and also to give hope in these troubled times. There's a quote that I put up on my wall a couple of years ago, actually, and it's something that I've taken to heart and is particularly pertinent at this time. And I'm going to just read off my screen. I'm going to read it. And it's a quote by the reformer, I think. I think it's a reformer, Martin Luther, but it may also have been Martin Luther King, so I'm not sure. You can comment and let me know if you have confirmation either way of who it is that said this. But what was said was, even if I knew that tomorrow the world would go to pieces, I would still plant my apple tree. Now, I am an advocate of being present in the moment and appreciating the goodness that we've got in our lives, the relationships that we've got. There's so much to be grateful for. And even when we're experiencing challenges, things could be a lot worse. So I realise the importance of appreciating today and the moment. But equally, I think it's important to plan for the future and have an eye for the future. And I am definitely grateful to people who had that mindset in the past because, the world that we're living in, all of the inventions that we've got, the civilization, as we're currently experiencing it, can be attributed to people who had foresight in the past. And I want to be somebody who is thinking ahead for my own children and, for the generation that's coming up. Now, an apple tree, I think it takes 4 to 5 years once a seed is planted to be able to bear fruit. And that apple tree can last for 100 years. So the seeds that you sow now, you have to kind of have a mindset that you may not necessarily see the fruit of those seeds that you're sowing immediately. But as that fruit begins to manifest, that there's a potential for up to 100 years, whatever it is that you want to put in place in your life, that others may be able to experience the benefit of that, up to 100 years on. And I find that really encouraging to think in that way. So I've had to, like everybody, done a lot of reflecting, inwardly, searching, my heart, looking at my goals, my values. And I've always been someone who recognises that in times of testing and in difficult times, who we are really does come to the surface. And, sometimes that might be something you're not happy to see and confront. Other times you'll be glad that you've made certain, provisions in terms of your mindset and your belief system. But I want to encourage you that, as you're doing your reflections, as you're re-examining your values and, what is really important, that when we come out of this time of crisis globally, that you are better for it and the world is better for it in terms of the contribution that you feel you're able to make and the person that you're going to be coming out the other side of this. It is really an opportunity to, just maybe do some of the things that we've said we want to do, goals that we may have set and we've never got around to it, we've got distracted. And I just say, just pick up, look at the plans that maybe you had in place at one time and review those and see, where you want to be in the future, focusing on what you want at the end of this. And I've said it, alluded to it previously, and I've often put it in the link to other platforms that I'm on. So if you want to connect with me across other platforms, you can do. And I am a coach, and I help female entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs to build a business and to look at in mindset and plans, concrete plans that you need to put in place, and I'll support individuals towards that goal achievement. So if you want to connect with me at this time, I'm offering some complimentary one-to-one coaching sessions, and it will be an opportunity just to put one foot in front of the other, be able to identify some very specific things. It might just be one specific thing. It's helpful not to have too many goals that you're working on at any given time, but it will be helpful to identify at least one specific thing that you want to achieve, an outcome that you want to have in a specific period of time, and I can support you through that or point you in the direction of where you might be able to access more resources. But I would just say, to really foster that sense of hope for the future and to protect your mind throughout this time, it's going to be helpful to have some goals and to be forward thinking. So I'm more than happy to support you in that in any way that I can. But I will sign off for now, just encouraging you to plant your apple tree, have a vision for the future, think about what you want to be different at the end of this crisis as we are coming out of this, I believe. So have a wonderful rest of the week, and I look forward to checking in with you in my May post, and I will say bye for now. Bye bye.